Picture this, 3 months into dating this amazing girl, and I'm already thinking I've hit the jackpot. She's got this massive Newfoundland dog. Imagine a gentle giant with fur so thick you could lose a hand in it, and I'm totally sold on the idea that I'm part of the package deal. Me and this dog. We're tight. I'd toss him a treat, give him a good scratch behind the ears, and he'd just flop down next to me like I was his long-lost buddy. So when my girlfriend says she's got to head out of state for her cousin's funeral, a tough trip that's gonna keep her gone all weekend, I don't even blink. Babe, I've got this, I tell her, chest puffed out like I'm some kind of dog whisperer superhero. Leave him with me. We'll be fine. I mean, how hard could it be, right? I'd seen her take this big lug for walks all the time, no leash, no fuss, just strolling along like they're in some slow-motion dog food commercial. He'd lumber beside her, never straying more than a few feet, those big paws hitting the ground like he's got all the time in the world. I'm thinking, piece of cake. I'll feed him, walk him, maybe even snap a cute pic to send her while she's away. She trusts me with her furry baby, and I'm feeling like the MVP of boyfriends. Now, let me set the scene a little more. This wasn't just some random favor. I saw it as my chance to shine. We'd only been together 3 months, and I'm still in that phase where you're trying to prove you're reliable, you know? Like, hey, I'm not just here for the Netflix and chill, I can handle the real stuff too. Plus, I genuinely loved hanging out with that dog. He had this chill vibe, big, droopy eyes that made you feel like he's secretly judging you, but in a nice way. I'd watched her routine with him a million times. Fill the bowl with kibble, grab the water jug, head out for a quick lap around the block. She'd let him off the leash, and he'd stick to her like glue, wagging that giant tail like a metronome set to lazy. I figured I'd just copy-paste that playbook. No sweat. I wasn't some rookie, I'd been around dogs before, and this one seemed like the easiest gig ever. So as she's packing her bags, giving me the rundown, he eats at 6, don't let him beg, call me if anything weird happens. I'm nodding along, half listening, already picturing me and this pooch chilling on the couch by Sunday night, waiting for her to come back and tell me I'm the best. Man, was I in for a wake-up call. So, there I am, feeling like the king of dog-sitting, ready to nail this weekend like it's my personal Super Bowl. I've got the kibble measured out, 2 big scoops, just like she said, and this Newfoundland chows down like it's his last meal, slobber flying everywhere. I'm thinking, all right, step 1, done. Now for the walk. I'd seen her do it 100 times. Unclip the leash, open the door, and let this furry tank mosey on out. He'd trudge along, sniffing the grass, looking like he's auditioning for the role of world's chillest dog. No running, no chaos, just a slow, obedient waddle. So I grab my shoes, swing the door wide, and off we go, leash dangling in my hand like a prop I don't even need. For about 30 seconds, it's perfect. He's plotting Cleveland rocks, until he decides we're playing a whole different game. Out of nowhere, this dog bolts. I mean, bolts. Like, 0 to 60, full-on sprint mode. I'm standing there, jaw dropped, watching this 150-pound fluffball take off down the street like he's training for the Olympics. I'm yelling, hey, come back. But he thinks it's a freaking game of tag. He's zigzagging through yards, tail wagging like a windshield wiper on high, and I'm chasing him like some out-of-shape action hero in a bad comedy. 35 minutes. 35 sweaty, cursing under my breath minutes of me lunging, slipping, and yelling while neighbors peek out their windows, probably filming this for TikTok. Finally, I corner him by a fence. He's panting, I'm panting, and I drag him back to the house, triumphant but wrecked. I'm thinking, okay, crisis averted. We're good now. Famous last words. We stumble back inside, and I'm still catching my breath when I realize we'd gone straight out after he ate. Big mistake. All that running. It's like shaking a soda can and popping the tab. He looks at me with those droopy eyes, gives a little whine, and then, bam, pukes. Everywhere. All over my girlfriend's pristine living room carpet. Not a dainty little spit-up either. Oh no, this is a full-on Exorcist-level explosion. Brown, chunky, stinking like regret and bad decisions. I'm staring at this disaster, thinking, how did this happen? I just wanted to be the cool boyfriend. The carpet's ruined, the smell's hitting me like a freight train, and this dog's just sitting there, wagging his tail like, what's next, boss? I'm already mentally drafting my apology text, wondering if she'll dump me over this. And trust me, that was just the warm-up. Things were about to get so much messier. So, I'm standing there, staring at this puke-soaked carpet like it's a crime scene, and the reality of my dog-sitting nightmare is sinking in fast. I'm thinking, okay, I can fix this. I'm a problem solver. But before I can even grab a roll of paper towels, I notice the floor's not just wet with vomit, it's a freaking mud pit. It's been raining all week, right? And this Newfoundland, bless his giant heart, has paws the size of dinner plates. Every step he took chasing me around the block dragged in a tsunami of sludge. The living room looks like a swamp monster threw a party. Mud smeared across the tiles, tracked up the couch, even splattered on the walls like some abstract art project gone wrong. I'm cursing myself for not wiping his feet at the door, but who has time for that when you're wrestling a runaway dog? I grab a rag, start scrubbing, and that's when he decides it's water break time. I'd never seen this dog drink before. Holy hell, Newfoundlands don't just drink, they drown the place. He shoves his whole snout into the bowl, slurping like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, and water's flying everywhere. It's splashing the counter, soaking my jeans, pooling on the floor, and he's not even done. He pulls back, shakes his head, and now I've got a face full of drool and a kitchen that looks like a car wash exploded. I'm slipping around, trying to mop it up, muttering, Jesus, what kind of dog is this? But the real kicker. Through all that tag team chaos outside, I never saw him take a crap. Not once. I'm thinking he's good, right? He's been running around. He's gotta be empty. Nope. This dog's a stealth pooper. I'm halfway through scrubbing mud off the couch when the smell hits me. Not the vomit smell, that's old news. This is fresh, pungent, evil. I'm sniffing the air like a confused bloodhound, checking under furniture, behind curtains, nothing. Then I look at him. He's sprawled out on the rug, looking smug, and I swear he's smirking. I lift his tail, and oh my God, it's a horror show. He'd pooped while lying down, smearing it all over the underside of that bushy tail and caking his butt like a disgusting mud pie. I gag, drop the tail, and just stand there, defeated. How do you even tackle that? I'm a neat freak, my own socks are color-coded, but this? This is next-level filth. I can't leave him like that, though, my girlfriend would kill me. So I muster up some courage, grab his collar, and drag him out back, thinking, okay, a quick rinse. I've got this. I hook up the garden hose, figuring I'll blast the mess off his tail and butt, maybe hit those muddy paws while I'm at it. I'm picturing a 5-minute job, spray, scrub, done. But this dog's fur? It's like a sponge on steroids. The water just keeps soaking in, and now he's dripping like a soggy mop. Mud swirling around us, the poop's only half gone, and he's shaking like a wet dog does, splattering me head to toe. I'm soaked, shivering, and starting to realize this is no quick fix. Little did I know, the real nightmare was just beginning, because drying this beast was about to break me. So there I am, standing in the backyard, hose in hand, looking like I just lost a fight with a mud monster, and this Newfoundland staring at me, dripping wet, like I'm the idiot here. I just spent 20 minutes blasting poop off his tail and butt, scrubbing those massive paws, thinking I'm in the home stretch. I mean, I'm a neat freak. I couldn't let him track that mess back inside, right? My girlfriend's place was already a war zone. I had to salvage something. So I figure, okay, he's clean-ish. I'll dry him off, and we're golden. I grab a towel, one of those puny little hand towels from the bathroom, because I'm a genius, and start rubbing. 5 minutes in, I'm soaked, he's still drenched, and I realize this isn't working. That's when it hits me, I have no clue what I've gotten myself into. Newfoundlands aren't dogs. They're walking carpets with a PhD in water retention. I Google it, because at this point, I'm desperate, and my jaw drops. 6 hours. 6 hours to dry a Newfie if you don't have a fancy groomer's blow-dryer, which, spoiler alert, I don't. I'm standing there, shivering in the drizzle, staring at this soggy beast, and I just lose it. What the hell kind of breed is this? I yell to no one. I try everything. More towels, a hairdryer on low, it dies after 10 minutes, even turning the living room into a makeshift sauna with the heater cranked. Hours tick by, and he's still damp, shedding wet fur balls all over the place. I'm cleaning mud, vomit, and now waterlogged dog hair, and every second I'm thinking, never again. Never, ever, ever again. No dog sitting, no favors, no matter how hot the girl is, I'm done. By the time my girlfriend gets back, I've got the house semi-decent, but I'm a broken man, and this dog's looking at me like, "What's your problem, dude?" Here's the kicker. I love animals. Fast forward to now, I'm 37, got 3 cats and 2 mutts I rescued from the streets, and I'd die for them. They're my crew, my little chaos squad. But back then, at 22, I was a cocky kid who thought dog-sitting was just feeding and walking. No biggie. That Newfoundland taught me a lesson in humility I'll never forget. It wasn't just the mess, the vomit, the mud, the poop, the endless drying, it was the sheer absurdity of it all. I went in thinking I'd be the hero boyfriend, and I came out smelling like wet dog and regret, vowing to stick to goldfish as pets. Looking back, it's hilarious. I can laugh about chasing that furry tank around the block, slipping in mud, and turning a simple weekend gig into a sitcom episode gone wrong. My girlfriend thought it was cute, thank God. She didn't dump me over the carpet, but I still cringe at the memory. Moral of the story. Respect the Newfie, man. They're not dogs, they're a lifestyle, and 22-year-old me wasn't ready for that commitment.
Thanks for listening to my story. It's been a heavy one to share. I'm still figuring out what comes next, but having you here means a lot. If you connected with this, please hit that subscribe button for Life Reflections. I'd love to have you along for more real moments like this. Take care, everyone.